The late 1970s marked a period of profound technological advancement. This period witnessed the birth of the personal computer, a groundbreaking invention that would reshape civilization. Before this era, computers were massive, expensive machines. They were primarily found in universities and government facilities. The average person could only imagine interacting with such complex technology. However, the emergence of personal computers like the Altair 8800 in 1975 changed everything. These early PCs, although rudimentary by today's standards, sparked a revolution. The Altair 8800, for example, was a kit computer. It required users to assemble it themselves. It had no keyboard or monitor. Instead, users interacted with it using switches and lights. Programming the Altair involved understanding binary code, a language of ones and zeros. While this might seem daunting today, it captivated hobbyists and tinkerers. These early adopters recognized the potential of personal computers. They saw a future where these machines would empower individuals. The initial wave of personal computers primarily attracted electronics enthusiasts and hobbyists. These individuals possessed the technical expertise to assemble and operate these early machines. However, the potential of personal computers to revolutionize various aspects of life did not go unnoticed. Entrepreneurs and visionaries saw an opportunity to make these powerful tools accessible to a wider audience. This led to the development of user-friendly personal computers. The journey from those early complex machines to the user-friendly computers we know today was marked by innovation and determination. It was driven by a belief that technology could empower individuals. This belief fueled the development of software, hardware, and user interfaces that made computers accessible to the masses. The transition from the technical realm to the mainstream marked a turning point in the history of computing. The dawn of the personal computer era was met with a mixture of excitement and skepticism. Many people struggled to grasp the concept of having a computer in their homes. What use would they have for such a device? Some viewed it as a passing fad, too complicated and expensive for the average person. Newspapers and magazines often depicted personal computers as intimidating contraptions. Cartoons from that era often featured bewildered homeowners struggling to operate these new machines. Despite the initial skepticism, curiosity grew. Computer clubs sprung up across the country, providing spaces for enthusiasts to share their knowledge and passion. Magazines dedicated to personal computing, such as Byte and Creative Computing, emerged, offering insights into this new world. These publications provided tutorials, reviews, and code listings. They helped demystify computers and make them more approachable. As software developers began creating applications for these early PCs, the potential of personal computing started to become clearer. Word processing software like WordStar and WordPerfect emerged. These programs made writing and editing documents significantly easier. Spreadsheet programs like VisiCalc allowed users to perform complex calculations and manage data with ease. These early applications demonstrated the practical benefits of personal computers, gradually shifting public perception. The development of video games played a pivotal role in popularizing personal computers. Games like Pac-Man, Space Invaders, and Donkey Kong provided entertainment and ignited the imaginations of people of all ages. These games transformed the perception of computers from purely practical tools to sources of fun and excitement. The emergence of gaming consoles further fueled this trend. Consoles like the Atari and the ColecoVision brought video games into living rooms. This further blurred the lines between computers and entertainment devices. In 1984, Apple Computer, led by Steve Jobs, introduced the Macintosh. The Macintosh was not the first computer with a graphical user interface, but it was the first commercially successful one. It featured a simple, intuitive design that made it easy for anyone to use, regardless of their technical expertise. The Macintosh introduced the world to the now familiar concepts of the mouse, windows, and icons. The Macintosh's graphical interface was a revelation. It replaced complex command line interfaces with intuitive visual elements. Users could interact with the computer using a mouse to click on icons and menus. This made navigating the computer and using applications far more intuitive. The Macintosh also popularized the concept of WYSIWYG, or what you see is what you get, in word processing, making it easier to format documents. The Macintosh's focus on design and user experience set it apart from its competitors. Steve Jobs believed that computers should be not only functional but also aesthetically pleasing. He insisted on a high level of craftsmanship in the Macintosh's design. The computer's sleek all-in-one design with its built-in screen was a departure from the boxy, separate components of most PCs at the time. The Macintosh's influence on the design of personal computers is still evident today. However, the Macintosh's high price and limited software library initially hindered its mass adoption. It was primarily embraced by creative professionals in fields like publishing and graphic design. They were drawn to its intuitive interface and advanced graphics capabilities. The Macintosh's impact on desktop publishing was significant. It made it possible for small businesses and individuals to create professional quality publications. The release of Microsoft Windows 95 in August 1995 marked a pivotal moment in the history of personal computing. Windows 95 built upon the graphical user interface concepts popularized by the Macintosh. It made them accessible to a wider audience. Windows 95 introduced the Start button, the taskbar, and the notification area, features that have become staples of the Windows operating system. Windows 95's success was also driven by its support for a wide range of hardware and software. Microsoft worked closely with computer manufacturers to ensure compatibility. This led to a surge in the availability of affordable PCs running Windows 95. The operating system's popularity fueled the growth of the software industry. Developers rushed to create applications for this new platform. The mid-1990s also saw the rise of the Internet as a mainstream phenomenon. The Internet, once a niche network used primarily by academics and researchers, was rapidly becoming accessible to the public. Windows 95 integrated Internet functionality directly into the operating system. This made it easier for users to connect to the Internet and explore the growing World Wide Web. The Internet's growth was explosive. It quickly transformed from a platform for sharing research papers to a vibrant hub for communication, entertainment, and commerce. The combination of Windows 95 and the Internet democratized access to information and transformed the way people communicated and interacted. Email became a ubiquitous form of communication, connecting people across continents. The World Wide Web provided access to a wealth of information, from news and entertainment to educational resources. The Internet also facilitated the rise of e-commerce, allowing businesses to reach customers worldwide. The convergence of personal computing and the Internet ushered in a new era of connectivity and globalization.